I guess I'll share a brief story about the 50 marathon experience, and then open it up to some questions that you might have. Answer a couple questions. I've got to actually run at about 7:30, 7:40. I'm flying back to San Francisco, is where I live, so flying back there this evening. But I will happily take photos. I don't know if I'm worthy of an autograph, but I will sign anything. I'm willing to sign things. I don't think I'm autograph material, but I'll definitely give a signature. So the 50 marathons. I mean, someone said to me today, if you had one experience, if you could just distill it all down into one, soundbite, if you will. We're really good about doing that here in the U.S., right? One soundbite. What would that be? And I think that would be that we're better than we think we are. And maybe even we can go further than we think we can. And when I started the 50 marathons, I thought, okay, this is a really risky move because I got sponsors that are relying on me. I've got a lot of people who are going to be waiting at the finish line. Am I going to die after 5 marathons? I mean, how far am I possibly going to make it? I didn't know what would happen going into it. And I thought, you know what I'm going to do? Every morning I'm going to have the same commitment. And that commitment in the morning is that today I'm going to try my hardest. Today I'm going to be the best Dean that I can be. And I mean, as humans, what else can we do, right? Just get out there and try your best. And that really helped calm my stomach a little bit. I said, there's a lot of expectations. You got butterflies in your stomach, but just do your very best. That's all you can do. As long as you just do your best, be satisfied with that. Well, 50 marathons later, I was still standing. And I think the most telling marathon of all 50 was the final marathon, which was the New York City Marathon. The 50th marathon was my strongest of all. I finished that in 3 hours and 30 seconds. So that's a pretty respectable marathon time, even on fresh legs, let alone with 49 marathons on my legs prior. And I'll never forget when I got to the finish line, this race official comes running over to me. He says, he's hugging me. He said, I can't believe you got here so fast. I mean, I can't believe you ran that marathon so quickly after 49 marathons in the last 49 days. You're right there next to Lance. And that was the year Lance Armstrong ran the marathon. I was like, 30 seconds behind him. He looked bad, by the way. I mean, he's a friend. I love Lance. He's a great guy, and I totally admire him, but his butt was kicked. Yeah, he was out. I did not even want to talk to him. He was covered in salt, cotton mouth, typical dehydration kind of thing. But anyway, the race official said, "Did you want to beat Lance? Were you trying to get in front of Lance?" And I said, no. I mean, I had no desire whatsoever to beat Lance. I mean, I thought I'd be nowhere close to Lance, and the last thing in my mind was trying to beat Lance. I mean, the only person I wanted to beat was P. Diddy. Yeah. That year I saw him at the start, he's like surrounded by this posse, he's got these big gold chains on. That joker beats me. Even after 49 marathons, he was so humiliated. So I slipped in ahead of P. Diddy, and it was pretty much a fulfilling experience, yeah. But then I was slated to be on Conan O'Brien later that night. I'll never forget. So I ran over to the Conan studio, and I was sitting in this thing they call the green room, kind of getting ready to go on. I was watching Conan announce my coming, and he said, we got a guy here, you're not going to believe this. He just ran 50 marathons in 50 states in 50 days. He's dead, but I think we can find him somewhere back there. But I'm not dead. I lived, and it was great. And I guess I'll leave you with saying, people say, well, what's next? I mean, how are you going to top that? I really don't try to top things. I mean, I just look for adventures that I think would be kind of cool. And I think as a marathoner, who has never dreamed about taking a year of your life off and trying to run a marathon in every country of the world? So there's 207 countries out there, and I'm going to, in 2012, try to run a marathon in every country of the world in a 1-year sabbatical. So that's a silent sales pitch, so we're going to take the sign up, see if anyone will pass the sheet around. You want to join me? Your name.
5 days in a year, dude.
Yeah. And any questions? I mean, I'll answer a couple questions.